through a number of your books about how we don't really get educated on these ideas in school. And you must find it shocking that across 30 years, that hasn't massively changed. What is it that you think we're missing out on at school? What are the key principles, as you were mentioning, that you need to learn at school or that you need to learn to start so that you can have a healthy relationship with your finances and money?
Well, there's a level of mythology that has been spread about money in our culture that was spread with an agenda, frankly. It was all, if I was a bank, I would teach everyone that they needed a credit score. And the reason I would teach them they need a credit score, and the way to get a credit score is to borrow money from me and pay it back to me so that you can raise your score, so you can borrow money from me, so you can pay it back to me, so you can raise your score, so you can borrow money from me, so you can pay it back to me, so you can raise your score. It's a great plan if you're a bank. And but then it was put out there that now the FICO score is like biblical truth or something. And it's not. It's a banking program to get people to borrow money. But now, and so what's happened with some financial literacy programs in schools is they're going to teach you to build your FICO score because that's been accepted now as norm rather than actual fact. Well, it's accepted as fact, even though it's not a fact. And so what we've done is what we have. I mean, our antidote would be to say, okay, we're going to teach people to live on a budget and how to do a budget. We're going to teach them to live on less than they make, a concept Congress can't grasp. We're going to teach them to be generous, outlandishly generous. And we're going to teach them to save and invest and the power of compound interest. And these things are agnostic to the banking community. And so we don't have to infiltrate the lending community and the people, the pieces of the financial industry that have an agenda into this curriculum. But basically, a lot of teachers have been indoctrinated by the culture that this is the way you have to live. You're always going to have a car payment. You have to have a credit card. You can't be a student without a student loan. And then they bring that into the classroom because they personally have been taught this. But when you back it out and say, well, the teaching is with an agenda, then you have to stop and go, well, there's a villain in this story. And so